yeah, I just feel like people, when they think of aging, they don't think of mental health. They don't think of resilience. I don't even think anybody thinks about aging until we're there. So tell us a little bit about just overarching to start, like resilience and getting older.
Resilient aging.
Yes.
Yes, well, that's why I call myself a spunky senior, to remind myself that I can demonstrate resilience no matter what age. So, yes, you say that we don't think about aging. I think we avoid the whole concept of aging. Every person that gets up this morning is a day older. It's just a day older, older, older. So why are we have a phobia around the word older, right?
We do.
Right. But every day each person is a day older. So I just say, I'm older. I don't have a problem with that. And I don't have a problem even with somebody saying you're old. I have old furniture and I treasure it. So one of my topics in the Get Over Getting Older talk is about taking care of your vintage body. We have vintage furniture, vintage cars. Think about vintage objects that you may be aware of or even have in your home that you take extra special care of. So I just see that with the aging process, you're older, that it's time to say, okay, how can I take better care of this vintage body? And I get really agitated with people who say, oh, it's my 29th birthday. And I look at them and I think, you look really sick. Why aren't you saying, I'm 95 and don't I look in pretty good shape? So it's not really about, giving into aging. It's about balancing. What can I do about the inevitability of the wear and tear on my body and on all our systems? For example, I started to have hearing issues. 47% of people over 65, that's almost half of us, have loss of hearing, wear and tear. Those little hairs in our ears quit picking up on the signals. And if we don't attend to it, we can lose the neurons to our brain to pick up the sounds and the meanings, which then increases the chances of dementia by 30% if we do not attend to our hearing. Another incredible statistic that bothers me is that something like 80 to 85% of people who have hearing loss and go and get the hearing device don't wear them. They say they don't work. Well, they don't work if you don't wear them.
That is true.
Also, when you have hearing loss, if you can't hear a conversation or make sense of a conversation, you will back away from social situations. And isolation, again, is highly correlated with dementia.
That is so interesting.
Right.
Which, of course, then would affect mental health.
Absolutely.
Wow, I really see. Again, I don't even think like this. But I don't think a lot of people understand, as you get older, taking care of the body, figuring out even something like hearing. Can they hear me? How do we include our seniors? My mom is a senior. I can't believe that. I didn't say that out loud in the video.
Now notice the shaming.
It is.
What is the shame of that? I'm a senior. Senior means 65 and older. I'm 73. Why? What is the shame of it? What has happened to our culture that we have shame around you apologizing to your mom here when, yes, she's a senior? That is called ageism. There's probably ageism for every age. I believe that seniors are guilty of ageism when they are fibbing about their age and making derogatory terms. I collected a bunch of those birthday cards, such as congratulations, you're a year older, and then you open it up and it says, at least you don't smell yet. I mean, the bladder, just like the veins in my leg get soggy, hey, the bladder sometimes starts having troubles as you get older, especially, if you've had babies. I had the bladder lift thing when I was in my 50s because I started peeing my pants, right? That's real. That's a real thing, right? So these are inevitable events. The other inevitable event is that affects seniors' mental health is we're increasingly going to funerals. We need to face death. Death is part of living. And if we start fibbing about that as well, we have all kinds of terminology to avoid talking about death, and how many people are comfortable talking about what they want at their funeral. I have created my slide deck. It's ready for my kids. This is the slide deck I want. How have we had that conversation about what we want our celebration of life or funeral, whatever term you use, when we exit? Have you got a will in place? People avoid that as well. So we've created this culture that avoids having many crucial conversations.
And these are I appreciate my mom telling me about her funeral arrangements, and it actually brings peace to the home. It brings peace to the kids.
Right.
And now I know that she's taken care of. We should be normalizing these human experiences.
Right. Yeah. Well, baby comes into the world. We don't shy away from many of the conversations about that event, and we come in and we go out.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So 3 points that I'll probably be talking about.
Okay.
On the exciting day.
Yes.
Yes. So you call it. When I think about it, it's Belle, let's talk, and you refer to it as
Let's talk hope.
Let's talk hope. Oh, there's hope for us older people. So I'll be talking about take care of the vintage body. It's precious, just like if you've got a really old bottle of wine, it's precious.
It is precious.
It is precious.
Yes.
And so was a 1967, let me think, Corvette, Mustang? No, convertible, Mustang convertible.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
You're going to pay lots of money for that.
Oh, yeah, vintage. So take care of your body. Number 2 is mind your mind. Now, one of the things that happens, people retire. They say they're going to retire. I say I'm not tired.
I just love that so much. That's great.
Now, if I'm tired, I'll have a nap. But generally speaking, in my life, I'm not tired. I still got lots of oomph. If we don't keep learning, we lose the neurons. And then people, oh, she's just that old lady, right? I want to keep the neurons active. So keep learning. I'm blessed that I have the opportunity to keep learning from whatever direction and from whoever I want. I took up the ukulele. I play it very badly. I haven't decided whether I'm going to play it at your event or not.
Oh.
Because I play it really badly. But I sing, "We old folks, we ain't what we used to be." I really didn't need to go and take the classes because I know that I am still continuing to learn how to do video, how to do presentations. I'm still memorizing cute little lines for my work. However, I decided that learning a new language or learning a new instrument is highly effective, as is playing card games, bridge, crossword puzzles, anything that's challenging the mind to keep itself active and create healthy neurons, so that they're saying, yeah, this brain is needed, rather than just getting up in the morning and having breakfast and sitting around watching television, which doesn't really challenge our minds. So that's the second point. The third point is to hang out with younger and older. Have role models that give hope. Mentor them with what you know. It'll keep your knowing alive. So the older ones, and then hang out with younger ones. And you not only mentor the younger ones, but learn from them. Then the next point is about having an attitude of gratitude.
That's so important.
Right, as Oprah said, if you can't think of anything to be grateful for, be grateful that you woke up this morning. So I woke up this morning. Yahoo!
Yes,
right.
Good place to start. Very good.
Yeah. So when you're feeling, and you know there's lots of research about gratefulness and expressing it, that improves our social well-being. And our social well-being and our emotional well-being will add to a gratitude, and gratitude adds to it. It's a vicious circle, so that when I'm in a not good place, if I can express gratitude or receive it, my emotional health improves, my social, because I feel connected to that person, social wellness improves, my resilience improves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a research study done in the Netherlands. They poured over 50 studies around gratitude and concluded psychological wellness didn't improve that much. And I agree with that because many people are walking around with trauma. If people walking around with trauma would attend to their childhood, it's usually based on childhood or young adulthood, that would be a big help to psychological wellness. And by the way, you can be a senior and go for therapy and it can still be very helpful. There's many seniors that are not well because they haven't taken care of the trauma they're still walking around with. Right.
Yeah.
So don't, I went for my training, my EMDR training, just about 6 months ago. I did an upgrade of training, and I can remember just the tears pouring down my face, and I looked at the trainer and said, "Does it never end?" And she said, "No, Patricia, it never ends. There's always a well of something that we've been holding on to because we humans tend to hold on to the pain, stay there longer than the happiness we have to savor." Get in the practice of, that's what gratitude does. It helps us savor and anchor the joyful, happy feelings. The painful ones need to be looked at. They stick, they go deeper. They go deeper and they're more sticky. So that's why often we need to talk about it, maybe kick our feet and scream a little bit to let go of the blocking of those discomforting and troubling feelings, right? But seniors can still learn. If we're still learning, we can learn about ourselves, learn self-development and healing. I bet you want to know the fifth little
I
topic.
do actually.
Well, the fifth little topic is lighten up.
Oh.
And why? Because the biggest joke on the planet may be how seriously we take ourselves, and we're not going to get out alive. I'm going to die. So we're back to that topic again. People expect us seniors to go to a funeral every week and get over it in 2 days. It becomes our main social event. The other thing I'm noticing right now is that the word senior has a much broader meaning. There are many people in their 60s and 70s that are starting businesses, such as the 7 over 70 awards are recognizing. And then there are people that are living many, many more until they're 100. So there's even generation gaps between the people in their 60s and their 70s, and then the 80s and the 90s. And I've been out, doing some speaking. And the people that are in their 60s and 70s are sometimes having the time of their life, maybe starting a business. There's a new word called seniorpreneur. Seniorpreneur. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Seniorpreneur. So these are people that have started business. Well, I'm a seniorpreneur. I didn't think of myself that way, but I have a therapy business. I have a mentoring business, speaking business, and I've authored books, and they're selling. So, if you're bringing in money,
It's so great to hear such a great perspective on aging, because I think we need to make this more normal, and what you have said for us to remember, me in my 40s, to remember getting older, tomorrow being a day older, isn't that bad.
Right.
This is not that bad.
Yeah.
And seniorpreneur, I'm in. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Sagging boobs and sagging butts, and here I go. Well, maybe not. I don't know.
It's like, well, mine are in a, this is from Maya Angelou.
Yeah?
Yes. So she was with Oprah, and Oprah's talking about aging. And Maya Angelou said, "Oh yeah, my breasts are in a race to see which one's going to hit my knees first." There is a place for having some playfulness with the changes of our body, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
agree.
And we can choose how to age, how to move into the next day and the next day. Some seniors decide they're just going to spend their winters in Arizona and play euchre or bridge. That's fine. I think it's exciting. The world is opening to all kinds of different options of the ways we live on this planet. And so if somebody like myself who enjoys continuing to offer my gifts, and I would like to conclude with my definition of life purpose. I've taken a lot of workshops, read the books, and I've just come up with a sentence that really supports what I want to do in the world until I check out. And that is, know your gifts and give what you can.
I love that.
I'm Patricia Morgan. I'm 73 years old, spunky senior.
What? So good. I love it.